The 1970 FIFA World Cup Final was held on Sunday 21 June, in the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, to determine the winner of the 1970 FIFA World Cup. This final, between Brazil and Italy, marked the first time that two former world champions met in a final. Italy had previously won the World Cup in 1934 and 1938, while Brazil won in 1958 and 1962. Brazil struck first, with Pelé copyright heading in a cross by Rivelino at the 18th minute. Roberto Boninsegna equalized for Italy after a blunder in the Brazilian defense. In the second half, Brazil's firepower and creativity was too much for an Italian side that clung to their cautious defensive system. Gérson fired in a powerful shot for the second goal, and then helped provide the third, with a long free kick to Pelé copyright, who headed down into the path of the onrushing Jairzinho. Pelé copyright capped his superb performance by drawing the Italian defense in the center and feeding captain Carlos Alberto on the right flank for the final score. Carlos Alberto's goal, after a series of moves by the Brazilian team from the left to the center, is considered one of the greatest goals ever scored in the history of the tournament. A total of 8 outfield players from Brazil passed the ball until captain Carlos Alberto hammered the ball into the corner of the Italian goal following an inch-perfect pass across the Italian 18-yard box from Pelé copyright, prompted by the intelligent Tosta Poundo, who, with his back to the goal, told Pelé copyright that Alberto was steaming in on the right flank. Tosta Poundo started the move 5 yards from the left of the Brazilian 18-yard box, then ran the length of the field to the Italian box without touching the ball again to tell Pelé copyright to lay it off for Alberto. The players involved in the passes in order were Tosta Poundo, Brito, Clodoaldo, Pelé copyright, Gar copyright Rson. Defender Clodoaldo beat 4 Italian players in his own half before passing to Rivelino, who hit a perfect pass down the wing to Jairzinho. Jairzinho crossed from the wing to the center of the box to Pelé copyright, who held the ball up to play a pass for Alberto to smash it home. The only outfield players not involved in the move were Everaldo and Piazza. The full team was Carlos Alberto, Felix, Piazza, Brito, Clodoaldo, Everaldo Antonio, Jairzinho, Gar copyright Rson, Tosta Poundo, Pelé copyright and Rivelino. Brazil won the World Cup with 19 goals scored by 7 players, all of whom featured in the Carlos Alberto goal. Before the finals in Mexico, Brazil had to play the qualifying rounds against Colombia, Venezuela and Paraguay. Brazil was far superior, winning all 6 games, scoring 23 goals and conceding only 2. In the last match of the qualifying rounds, Brazil beat Paraguay 1-0 and had the largest official audience ever recorded for a football match, with 183,341 spectators in Brazil's Maracanã Stadium. In total, the Brazilian team won all 12 games, scoring 42 goals and conceding only 8. With this third win after their 1958 and 1962 World Cup victories, Brazil became the world's most successful national football team at that time, surpassing both Italy and Uruguay, who each had 2 championships. The third title earned Brazil the right to retain the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently. Brazilian coach Mario Zagallo was the first footballer to become World Cup champion as a player and a coach, and Pelé copyright ended his World Cup playing career as the first 3-time winner. Match details. References